I would love to speak from the heart like Annie, but my heart is trembling. So I'm afraid I'm going to resort to good old-fashioned speech. But can I just begin by saying how extraordinarily overwhelmed I am, and all of us at Harper's Bazaar are, to be invited to share tonight's stage with such an extraordinary lineup of women. Mrs. B, you are a rare figure of integrity, passion, and true inspiration in the sometimes fickle world of fashion. And Annie, well, you've been a lifelong heroine on so many, many, many levels. And of course, Zainab. Zainab, from the minute that I read both your extraordinary story in her incredible book, Between Two Worlds. If you have not read this book, please go and order it from Amazon now. It's extraordinary. From the minute I read this and enjoyed our chance meeting at the dinner in New York and learnt both about the great work that Women for Women does, not to mention the power of Zainab's smile, you have become a Bazaar's UK's #1 pin-up. And we will also be eternally grateful for you for persuading Bill Clinton to write for Bazaar last year. And again, it's a testament to the power of that smile. Indeed, it seems to me incredibly odd that Harper's Bazaar should be receiving this award at all. Because the only reason that we support Women for Women is because it's just so damn brilliant. I mean, it's incredible what you do, and I think we've all witnessed that here this evening. And at Bazaar, we are committed every month to championing fantastic and inspiring women, and we are just so thrilled to have found a cause that mirrors those values in such an important and meaningful way. About 5 years ago, I have to confess to having something of a personal career crisis. I'd been out to Rwanda myself several times with the charity Hope and Home for Children, and I'd found the time that I'd spent there so incredibly fulfilling and moving, and I thought, you know, what am I doing working on a fashion magazine? You know, there are so many more important things to do. But in the past few years, I realized how wrong I was, because a magazine like Harper's Bazaar can affect change. We've seen Natalia bidding frantically tonight, and together, you know, we've raised a couple of £1 million for charity for kids over the last few years. And in this very room for the NSPCC, we raised about 2.5 million about 3 weeks ago. And the exciting thing about being an editor, and what makes the job so exciting for us and the whole team on Harper's Bazaar, is that we can, as Annie said, we can connect people who perhaps don't know each other. We can put the call into Donatella Versace and make that t-shirt happen. We can fundraise, we can twist the arms of some of our very generous photographer and artist friends, I know there are some of you in the room, to donate prizes for auctions. But most importantly of all, we can shout about the causes that not enough people are talking about today, such as Zainab's incredible cause tonight. None of the above projects would have been that we have done with Women for Women. There's been a few, and the T-shirt campaign is just going from strength to strength. Would have been possible without the commitment and passion of the whole team at Harper's. We have a really committed group of about 30 men and women who love this cause and are so excited to be involved, in particular Bazaar's deputy editor, Sarah Bailey, who really controlled the T-shirt project, and she became an expert in clothing manufacturing overnight, and not to mention diplomatically bringing together the support of the editors of 32, actually it's 33 now, we just opened Brazil last week, 32 editions of Bazaar around the world, and we're so excited next year to be doing the T-shirt project with New York, and we have the support of Diane von Furstenberg and Donna Carr and other big designers, and every single issue of Bazaar next year has pledged to both sell and promote this project next year, which is so exciting on a number of levels in terms of fundraising and in terms of spreading the word of what you do. I'd like to also say a big thank you to Mercedes Sabel for all her support and generosity. You've been incredible. And lastly, to my longtime friend, Debs Maxwell, who was my kind of woman for women. She's incredible. And crucially, she actually handed me Zainab's book about a week before I got on my flight to New York, and in wonderful serendipity met Zainab a week later. So thank you, Debs, for everything. And to you and the wonderful Deborah David for making tonight the success it's been. It's been incredible. So thank you very much. Thank you.